Hey, cousins. You know something? I've been thinking about this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was watching TNA at 3 o'clock in the morning when I had to like get up and go to the bathroom, and then like I couldn't sleep, so I would put TNA on. It was on Pluto. They had a TNA station, and I was watching a bunch of old ass TNA episodes, and they're fucking good. And I saw all the WWE wrestlers in TNA. And I saw all the independent wrestlers in TNA and all the AEW wrestlers in TNA. And I saw everybody in TNA. And it was goofy storylines, but it was good. It was quick to the point. It was wrestling. It wasn't long, drawn out matches. It was, this is why I'm fighting you, boom, boom, boom. You know what? TNA, you can say what the fuck you want. Put it this way. You can say what the hell you want about TNA. That is a tried and true stalwart of American wrestling. WWE don't work out. AEW don't work out. You go to TNA, redeem yourself, build your stock back up. TNA allows their people to branch out and do other things, savory or not, but not so much to where it's absolutely egregious to the product. But they've always been there. I just think TNA deserves its flowers. Impact, whatever you want to call it. I think it deserves it. Let's give TNA wrestling a round of applause. Round of applause. Everybody talk shit. Oh, you going to TNA, you fail, you this, that, and third. No, 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 no. You didn't fail. You took a gamble on yourself. You went where you knew it was gonna work out. You're able to hone your craft, lean into your character work, and they give you the space to do it. Ali went over there, got his stuff, got his self in a position. Fucking what's his name? Cedric Alexander's over there. Went straight into a program with Ali. I actually like that Cedric didn't go to AEW. And I forgot that AEW ran his woman down. So that probably was a major factor for him not to go over there. But then it was a good thing because look what's happening over there. I talked about it. Ash by Elegance, Dana Brooke. Let me tell you something. That Ash by Elegance, when she was introduced it, when she went over to Impact and was like, this is what I'm going to do, I wasn't paying her no mind. That Ash by Elegance thing, it really is a staple in the women's division. Xia Lee over there mixing it up with the girls. I see Indy Hartwell, who you all seem to like. I didn't get it. Over there mixing it up with the girls. That is a solid platform that is always there. And I think every wrestler should know that they should be comfortable and not worry about what they can't do because TNA nonstop total action wrestling Impact is going to be there. Let's talk about it. It's based in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a subsidiary of Anthem Sports Entertainment, a Canadian media company owned by businessman Leonard Aspar. It was founded in May of 2002, which is 23 years ago. Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Jarrett, and Bob Ryder are the founders of TNA. And those guys gone now. They done moved on. Jeff Jarrett. And he's still talking about TNA. Yeah, most of the time he's complaining. But the fact that something you started is still functioning should be a testament. You should be proud of that. They got home movies, merchandise, pay-per-views, and all of that. Now they mixed up with the WWE night right now. We kind of talked about who's benefiting from that, and that's a different conversation. You can look for that podcast. TNA had been considered the second largest promotion in the United States from its inception, behind WWE, a position it will hold for most of the 2000s and early 2010s. During this time, the promotion was known for featuring top talent from WCW, WWE, and ECW, such as Raven, Jeff Jarrett, and Sting. Free agents that were released from WWE during that time period were Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Kennedy, who went by Mr. Anderson, yet mainly performed for the promotion homegrown wrestlers for the promotion, such as AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Someone who would later go sign with WWE, and we already know that history. From 2015 to 2017, the promotion was viewed by some to have fallen behind longtime rival Ring of Honor, with the loss of their U.S. television contract with Spike in 2014, as well as monetary and personal issues being noted as factors for their decline. In 2019, the promotion was viewed to have recovered through a sustained international distribution and purchases by its parent company of Access TV, which subsequently began carrying the promotion's programming. The problem with Access TV is don't everybody carry that. Now, I had the subscription when Naomi was over there doing her thing because I wanted to support, and the subscription was fantastic. I don't know if it's still available. For $7.99 you got the whole Impact library. So I was watching old shit, and I was just like, I'm not really understanding why everybody dogging out what Impact's quote unquote impact is in wrestling for wrestlers who don't want to commit to WWE. They probably don't want to fuck around with AEW. But Impact, you're able to really get in there and spread your wings. I like that. I think everybody should, feel good about that. They had a unique ring. They had the X division. Like, they really carved out some uniqueness in that company. And then, of course, Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff leadership and financial troubles, which is so funny that Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan was trying to do the same shit before Hulk Hogan went on to, mortality. Dixie Carter hired Hulk Hogan and former WCW president Eric Bischoff. Hulk Hogan first appeared on January 2010 in the episode of Impact. Both obtained a position behind the scenes, with Bischoff part of creative and Hogan as a consultant. Under their tenure, TNA would see several revamps in 2010, beginning with Genesis in January, and TNA returned to using a four-sided ring that month. Jakks Pacific announced a 5-year agreement to produce action figures. Impact will also begin airing on Monday nights directly opposite of Raw, making it the first time the two major professional promotions would go head-to-head since the launch of WCW 95. The show would permanently move to Mondays in 2010. Spike would keep the Thursday night slot open for repeats of the Monday night shows. During this time, Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam, Mr. Anderson would make their debuts, while Jeff Hardy would make his return. And then they ended up going back to Thursday nights in May of that year. They hosted a live show in MCU Park, which broke the TNA domestic attendance record that time and being the most attended TNA house show in the United States. Well, that's changed, right? Because they just had their Slammiversary, which is the most now, sold tickets in a long time for them. In 2015, Smashing Pumpkins frontman Billy Corgan joined TNA as a senior producer of creative and talent development. According to a report, on August 7th, TNA filed a new business name of Impact Ventures. Matt Hardy's critically acclaimed Broken gimmick was credited for TNA's highest ratings on Pop TV. TNA Knockouts were doing their first. They was already having all women matches, all women pay-per-views long time, way before WWE. The TNA Knockouts were at a point better than the Divas. The TNA Knockouts don't get as much accolades for their progression of women in pro wrestling, and I think that's something to talk about. Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, and all of them. Now they're getting their flowers, but for a long time, them ladies over there been doing their thing. I just feel like they don't get their just due. Now, Scott D'Amore has gone on to start Maple Leaf Wrestling up in Canada. I seen some famous faces up there getting work. You got a lot of more independent. YouTube also has opened up more doors to life after WWE AEW because, like I say, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I say wrestling is doing that. They got the Caribbean wrestling promotion, Booker T's promotion, reality of wrestling is popular for those that look for it. Now, it might not be mainstream, but it's popular for those that look for it. House of Glory, all of that stuff is available on the internet, and other places you can watch it. And I just think Impact has just been a place of redemption for a lot of wrestlers to so you could see they didn't know what they were doing. I'm gonna show you how to do me, and those people give them the space to do it. And I think that's cool. I think that's something we should celebrate in terms of Impact. We could talk about all the the fucked up stuff behind the scenes. Now behind the scenes, they was really working. The management was fucking awful, but on the front end, Impact has been a stalwart in American professional wrestling, and I just think they should get their flowers. I'm gonna leave right there. Y'all tell me what y'all think.